world, I would meet interesting people. If I went around the world, I would meet interesting people. So, in the earlier she says like this, if I had money, I would go around the world. If I went around the world, the verb is in past tense. If I went around the world, I would meet interesting people. That means Obama, Barack Obama, the President of America, and Hillary Clinton, the Foreign Minister of America. So, she dreams that she would meet them if she goes around the world. And here this is called like counterfactual conditions. The third condition is looking back. Counter means, as I explained to you in the earlier, counter means opposite, factual means fact, truth, opposite to truth, and condition number 3 also, and we can say there is a impossible condition also. So, we use them looking back, that means we cannot fulfill, we cannot recollect that action. So, if you had looked the door, the burglar would have gotten. So, if you had locked the door, the burglar would not have gotten. That means, you did not lock the door before you leave for the school or before you leave for the cinema. You did not lock the door. The burglar he has got into your house and he has stolen a TV or something valuable from your house. So, that means you did not lock the door, and the burglar has gotten into your house. Here you can see a boy here, he is sleeping, and he wants to go to school on time, but still he is sleeping, and we can say that his father, if he had set his alarm for 7 a.m., he would have gotten up on time. If he had set his alarm for 7 a.m., he would have gotten up on time. That means, he did not set his alarm at 7 a.m. and he did not get up on time. So, what happens? If he had gotten up at 7 a.m., he would have gone to school on time. So, he did not go to school and he did not get up at 7 a.m. The meaning is, once again, he did not get up at 7 a.m., he did not go to school on time. Students, these two counterfactual conditions are nothing but impossible conditions. We cannot fulfill those conditions, they are past happened conditions. So, you can see here the another expression of if conditions here. So far we have learnt if conditions in the form of 3 types: condition 1, condition 2, condition 3 are probable, improbable or impossible. In their form, in their meaning, we have divided them into 2 types. One is real conditions and one is unreal conditions. Once again, in real conditions, one is generic conditions, that is scientific facts and truths. The another is habitual conditions. Automatically, whenever we do that in our present action and past action, the another is future action conditions, and habitual conditions, generic conditions. In unreal, we learnt 2 conditions. One is hypothetical conditions, that means imaginary conditions. The another is counterfactual conditions, that is impossible conditions. So, besides these examples, we are going to learn the another expressions, some other expressions of if conditions, how we use them in language functions. These are called speech act conditions. Yeah, a gentleman is waiting for a car. If you are going my way, I could use a lift. This is a request. If you are going my way, I could use a lift. This is a request. And here, this is an advice. His classmates are doing noise, and how this girl she feels, my classmates are very noisy, I can never study in my class, and how she gets an advice from her teacher, unreal condition advice. The teacher advises her, if I were you, I would ask them to be quiet. If I were you, I would ask them to be quiet. That means were means here would be. So, I cannot become you, though I simply advise you like this. If I were you, I would ask them to be quiet, and if I were you, I would move out of the class. These are the two advices that the teacher gives her. If I were you, I would move out of the class. Now, this is an instruction, a future condition is instruction. If you know the answer, tell me how the teacher asked the girl. This is an instruction, how if condition is used to instruct. Here the verb is if you know the answer, tell me. I will once again explain to you suggestion, that is if you dry your washing outdoors, wipe the line first. And once again how a doctor advises if you lose weight during illness, you soon regain it afterwards. If you lose weight during illness, you soon regain it afterwards. So, here we can see the other expressions of if condition. So, if plus present plus must, should or any expression that we can use them in command, request or advice. If you want to lose weight, you should eat less food. If you want to lose weight, you had better eat less food. If you want to lose weight, eat less food. This is almost an instruction, and this is a suggestion, and this is a command or advice. You should eat less food. How we can use the language functions of commands, requests and advices with the help of if. Now, we can use if in the superstitions also. Superstitions are means blind beliefs. Normally, we follow some belief systems and some blind beliefs which are not scientific. I do not advise you to follow these superstitions, but in order to learn language, I will show you how we use if conditions in the superstitions. If a black cat crosses your path, you will have bad luck. This is a normal superstition in our Indian culture. If a black cat crosses your path, you will have bad luck. Another superstition is if you walk under ladder, you will have bad luck. So, if you happen to walk under ladder, you will have bad luck. This is another superstition, and this is a superstition that if the sky is red in the evening, it will be fine day tomorrow. Once again I will read you, if the sky is red in the evening, it will be fine day tomorrow. This is another superstition. So far we learnt how if conditional sentences can be used in the expression of superstitions also. Now, we shall recall, we shall recap what we have learnt so far. So, initially we have divided if conditions into several types. You have heard from me like that condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, or else probable, improbable or impossible, whatever the names of the conditions might be, according to meaning we have divided them into real and unreal. In the real conditions also we have learnt some generic conditions, that are general conditions or scientific truths, and we shall test our knowledge how we have followed the conditions here. Here the condition is, you go towards the equator, the weather gets. What happens? If you go towards the equator, the weather gets hotter. So, this is the globe. If you go towards the equator, the weather gets hotter. Now, I will give you another sentence. If you climb higher up the mountain, the air here means you climb higher up the mountain, the air gets what? The air gets, if you climb higher up a mountain, the air gets colder. Sorry. I will show you another example, habitual. If you go out with your friends, usually you go to beach, or else if I go out with friends, I usually go to beach. This is habitual. Another habitual, if I need to study for test, I usually go to the library. What do? If I need to study for test, I usually go to the library. So, this is a future. She passes the exam and she intends to apply to enter college. Then if she passes this exam, she will apply to enter college. This is a future. If she passes this exam, she will apply to enter college. And here a future action, if she does not pass, she takes one more course, one more examination. If she does not pass, she will take one more course. Now, we shall learn unreal. So, this gentleman is in a quite heat summer, he is suffering from sweat, he is suffering from hot heat, and now he thinks that if I had an air conditioner, I would not be suffering from heat. If I had an air conditioner, I would not be suffering from heat. This is unreal, he does not have an air conditioner. And once again, if I could have one wish, I would become a Virat Kohli. This boy dreams that if somebody can fulfill my dream, I would become a Virat Kohli. This is unreal. And here I will give you some examples with what would you do if you had a lot of money. If you had a lot of money, what would you do? This boy replies that if I had a lot of money, I would buy a car. Another question, what would you do if you met a ghost? This is quite unrealistic. If you met a ghost, what would you do? Here this boy replies very funny, his reply is very funny, I would offer a cup of coffee. So, what would you do if you could fly? So, I would fly like a kite. If I could fly, I would fly like a kite. Once again I will show you. If you are tired and lonely, I will come to you. This is a rhyme. If you are tired and lonely, I would come to you. If you need someone you can talk to, I will be there for you. If your friends leave you, I will be by your side. If your friends leave you, I will be by your side. If you need a place to go, my door is open wide. So, if you are feeling sad and low, I will take you higher. This is a type of funny poem. So, students, by this time I think you have understood how to use if conditions. So, initially we started that how a teacher advises a student, if you study harder you will get good grade, and if you studied harder you would get good grade. If you had studied harder you would have get a good grade, and what makes the difference between these three sentences, and we have watched that. And after that we learnt some probable and improbable and impossible conditions, how a famous tennis player Federer, if we play tennis I will win. Then how Sania Mirza says like this, if we played tennis we would play with Williams, Serena Williams, Venus Williams. Like that, after that we divided the conditions into real and unreal, and we learnt them with respect to their meaning. So, students, and moreover we have understood that these three if conditions or these conditions can be expressed in three different times, that is past, present and future also. So, after that we have once again tried to understand if conditions into real and unreal. After that generic, habitual and future, and counterfactual, unreal condition, counterfactual and hypothetical conditions. So, at the end if you understand, you can speak English. Once again I can say, if you understood, you could speak English. Once again I can say in the third condition, if you had understood, you would have spoken English, or you could have spoken English. So, with the help of these three conditions and three expressions, we can speak good English, much English, because we human beings, we always try to speak on conditions. Remember that the meaning of if is as long as and provided that and whenever that. So, as long as you are all ready, you will understand. You will understand provided that you are ready. So, students, I hope and I trust, I believe that you will speak in your future with respect to this if conditions knowledge. Until then, students, have a nice time and good day, students. Thank you.